The 2022 PBA season begins today, and who better to kick things off with than newly crowned Player of the Year, Kyle Troup. The pro with the fro, trying to get back to the national finals and defend his title in the first major of the season, the PBA Players Championship. We launched day one of the 2022 PBA season with 4 straight hours of live coverage of the PBA Players Championship. Euless, Texas, our home for the next 3 days as we welcome the top 5 from the 5 regions here. The winners of each region move on to next weekend's national championship show. A little bit later tonight, we'll feature the South, but up next, we are going to crown our East champion, which does include Canada. You take a look at the 5 East finalists. Yeah, there's a couple big names on that list. Bill O'Neill, and of course your 4 seed, Kyle Troup. So excited you're here with us on FS1 and Fox Sports as we launch into another season of the PBA. Rob Stone, the Hall of Famer Randy Pedersen, who today begins his 22nd year as PBA TV analyst, tied for most ever with Bo Burton. Congratulations, man.
Thank you, man. It's been a great ride.
Over 2 decades, dude.
It's crazy. Who would have thought?
Okay, we're still together. This is an amazing run. All right, let's start the first show of the year with the guy who was the story last season, Kyle Troup. 9 times a top 10 finish, 3 times the runner-up, 2 titles. Put all those numbers together, it equals 1 Player of the Year honor. I mean,
it was a pretty amazing season and the best season in PBA history in terms of earnings. I mean, Kyle made just south of $500,000 last year, and it all started at this event, the Players Championship, when he pocketed a cool $250,000. He's your defending champ today, Rob, and I mean, wouldn't you say he's the favorite?
I think he's the favorite. I think he's also one of 2 of the favorites this season to be Player of the Year, because guess who's back this year?
Yeah,
Jason Belmonte is back on the tour, and we're going to see him Monday. But the Players' Championship from the East region, it's not just Kyle Troup. There's a couple other guys who've also won this major already.
Yeah, I mean, it's great players in the Eastern region, and starting with this guy right here, Bill O'Neill, who won in 2020. He missed the regional finals last year due to an illness, but it's really great to have Bill O'Neill back. And then Graham Faw, he won this event in 2016, his one and only win. But Rob, you know what? He's made some big changes coming into 2021. We'll tell you about those later in the show.
Nice tease. You know who everybody wants to hear from, though, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the guys. We take a look at our Stepladder final first to segue into hearing from your 4 seed, Kyle Troup, who is up next taking on Patrick Dombrowski. For the first time this season, we say hello to Kimberly Pressler, who is standing by with your reigning Player of the Year.
Thanks, guys. So, Kyle, Rob and Randy just went down a long list of accomplishments for your dominant 2021 season. So how do you top it? How do you move forward from there?
Well, Kimberly, it was a blessing of a year, definitely. You know, I kind of struggled a little bit setting goals for this season, accomplishing the 2 goals I had last year. But for me, it's all about the process. I mean, you guessed it. It's the same thing, trying to kind of forget about the past. I want to start 2022 out on a good note. So I'm going to stick and do my thing, stick to my process, and hopefully let my bowling do the talking.
Well, you have a bullseye on your back because you are also the defending champion of this event. Are you ready for it?
Bring it on.
Back to you guys.
All right, Kimberly, thank you. Here are the odds to win provided by Fox Bet. 63% of the money, I'm being told, on Bill O'Neill to win. Bill plus 500, Kyle Troup at plus 600. Graham Faw, odds on your favorite to win. Well, Kyle Troup told us this week he's focused on the 3 C's: confidence, composure, and concentration. Troup starts our season next. The PBA on FS1 is sponsored by Guaranteed Rate. Get cash out of your home's equity with a cash-out refi from Guaranteed Rate. Learn more at rate.com. Next 3 days, we're here in Euless, Texas, not too far away from Arlington and the home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Have you been there?
I was there for a WrestleMania.
No way.
It was awesome.
Wow. I've never been.
Like, I can't say awesome enough. It was, well, the stadium is beautiful.
Yeah.
But WrestleMania is off the charts. Got to do it. Here's the top 10 from the East. Again, the top 5 are on today's show. See some of the notable names who just missed out. Chris Vi sitting there in 10th. The winner of the East region move on to next week's show, the National Championship show. A little bit later, we got the South, but up 1 is the East. And, oh, yeah, you know who we're starting with, right? Our guy, 4-seed Kyle Troop.
Bowling out of Penn Station in Newton, North Carolina, the PBA Player of the Year, Kyle Troop.
Fan favorite? Certainly one of our favorites. And while we've got a moment, can we wish a happy belated birthday to Pops, to Guppy?
Sure.
Man, Guppy, happy birthday, dude. Turned 72 earlier this week.
The Gupster.
Guppy Troop. Talk about some good DNA for this kid, huh?
Yep.
That's how you start a season. That's how you do it. Let's go. And welcome back, fans, to the PBA. Kyle missed him. We missed him. We all missed him. So good to have him back.
He rolls out of Yorktown lanes in Parma Heights and spins ball in Independence, OHIO, Patrick Dombrowski.
Oh, a little OHIO shout out there. Patrick from Northeast Ohio, just south of the Cleveland area. He says he's a Buckeye fan when they win. He's one of those guys.
Isn't that like a fair weather
They're
fan?
always winning. No, so that means
bandwagon, or what do you call
that means he's always a fan of the Buckeyes. Dombrowski didn't like it. You heard him give a soft little uh-oh once it left his hand. Left the 210.
High backswing. That cupped elbow and wrist at the bottom in great balance, but either he missed the release point or he got it too far right of target on that shot, leaving the 210.
First time on TV, and he starts with an open frame.
Oh.
We asked him about his thoughts of being on television the first time. He said, you know, when he qualified it down in Richmond, he said, yeah, I didn't really think about it a whole lot on Sunday, but I woke up Monday and it hit me. Felt pretty good, but this is another type of hit, right?
Yeah.
The lights are on. The fans are here. You got a Hall of Famer, Randy Pedersen, breaking you down. And Patrick, here you go, kid. The 43-year-old off that open frame gets himself a strike in the second.
Well, Patrick Dombrowski is a really good player, very strong player. He just doesn't bowl enough, and now he's getting kind of long in the tooth, and he needs to take advantage of every opportunity that he can moving forward. He's just signed with a new company.
43 is long on the tooth now?
In this sport it is, yeah.
Talk to Norm Duke.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. Do you feel an oh, boy on that one, too?
Just a little left to target, but I think he's pleased that it was just 4-pin on this shot. And you can't, like, compare Norm Duke to, I mean,
well, I'm saying Norm Duke getting up. I mean, if you're talking about rising up the age ladder, that's Norm. And guess what? We got Norm later tonight.
I know. I mean, Norm's 57.
Yeah.
And I think he qualified second in the South behind Tommy Jones.
Scrambling.
At age 57.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, 2 Hall of Famers in our next show.
Yeah.
Again, 4 continuous hours of live PBA to start the season here on FS1.
I get to hang out with you for 4 straight hours, and then I think we're going to try to grab some food and watch the game later, aren't we?
I think a certain VIP in the crowd's going to take us out tonight.
Catch.
Messenger! Come on!
You heard what he was saying when the ball was going down the lane. Catch. He wanted that ball to dig in and find some friction so it would hook back up into the pocket, and it just pushed a little longer than he wanted to.
Careful. Missed it. Oh, he got it.
Can we count that?
Did it kick out?
Once it
bounced
leaves
out.
Yeah, bounced out.
The rule that does not count as a spare open frame.
Right, so once it leaves the lane surface, the ball's out of play.
Look at that. It's like one of those NASCAR cars getting up on the ramp, coming up high and curling in. Listen, under my rules,
That counts?
Totally counts. In fact, I might give him bonus points for it. Dombrowski off a strike in the second. A little bit through the nose there. Both guys kind of struggling to find their way here.
Well, and there's a reason for that, and we're gonna touch on it right after this shot. But this is dual pattern, two different patterns, and when I say different, I mean completely different.
Well, strikes are sexy, but you need spares to survive on the PBA Tour. Troop missed his opportunity. Dombrowski got his, and now Dombrowski, the Ohio native, with a 1-pin lead. You were talking about the 2 oil conditions today.
Yeah, you could see just how short the one on the right is and how long the one on the left is. Chameleon at 39 feet. The players are going to go pretty straight here, and then they're going to play much deeper the inside part of the lane on Dragon, 45 feet.
Good shot. Strike on the Dragon there.
I think he yelled good shot when the ball was about 20 feet down the lane. The lane's 60 feet long, and that's when a player really understands touch and feel. They can feel a good shot immediately out of their hand, and then they see the direction it's heading in. And that's when he said, yep, that's a good one.
Pretty smooth style to his game.
Yep.
Troop down 1. Your 4 seed in the East. That one looked infinitely better.
Unlucky.
The winner of this one to take on your 3 seed, the real deal, Bill O'Neill, or as Jason Belmonte calls him, William.
Solid 9 for Troop. Both players playing them very similar, and both using 2 different bowling balls. Different ball on the right than on the left lane.
Well, Kyle had that momentum, the opening strike of the season. Since then, 9 spare, open frame 3rd, and another 9 spare here in the 4th.
He hasn't missed the pocket.
That's the good news. You read his nonverbals, Randy. He is. I don't know if it's not lacking confidence, just still trying to figure things out here today.
Well, you heard him mumble, "That's better," and then when the ball hits and leaves a flat 10, especially without much power, that's very disheartening. You know, that's not the end result that he was expecting.
Able to pick up the 10-pin there on the left lane. It's been a little bit more of a struggle here in the opening game for your defending player of the year.
And how about nobody has struck yet on the right lane almost halfway through game 1?
Dombrowski with a chance to change that.
Better. Come on.
Wait for it.
Messenger! Not enough Wheaties this morning.
That's the little teaser. Messenger. Just a waste of time.
Yeah, Messenger didn't want it.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. Cut the cut. Come on.
2-pin game.
Look at all the 9s for Kyle Troop and a couple for Dombrowski.
There we go.
Nice touch.
Late drop of the 10. 3rd strike for your 5 seed, Patrick Dombrowski. We wrap up our first match of 2022. Kyle Troop, the player of the year, in trouble through 5.5. We welcome you back to our continuing coverage of the PBA Players Championship. We want to take a moment to honor last year's PBA award winners. Interesting story. Warren Eels, former worker for the U.S. Border Protection, helped the international players navigate their way into the country so they could bowl here on the PBA Tour. Jake Peters, who we're going to see Monday night, the only player nominated for the Steve Nagy Sportsmanship Award. And then up top, Kyle Troup, or Chris Schenkel, PBA Player of the Year. And Kyle Troup in trouble right now, but Mookie Betts almost made the West show.
Yeah, he finished 30th out west.
30th in Cerritos, California. What's up, Mookie? Good to have you here, man. You know why Mookie's here. Obviously he loves the sport.
Yeah.
But he's got a connection to two guys in our next show.
In our next show, yeah. That'd be Tommy Jones and DJ Archer, yeah. They're the three amigos.
Man.
They do a lot of stuff together, a lot of bowling and a lot of hanging out.
They do weddings together, too.
That too, yeah.
Here's Troup in the 6th. Down a couple. Still one strike for Kyle Troup, and this is a challenging cover here.
And by the way, Mookie Betts bowled another 300 game like a week and a half ago, yeah.
I get my, my basketball buddies, my football buddies, they're like, hey, is Mookie Betts bowling? Like, did I see him get 300? I'm like, yeah, that's not his first.
No, he's legit, man.
A big shot for Kyle Troup, but he missed it. Second open frame.
Second missed spare.
Man.
Down by 16 going in the 7th frame and in trouble.
Yeah, and this is not the Kyle Troup that we saw last year, right? That energy, that positivity. And this whole match has been an absolute struggle outside of his first shot of the year.
Right.
2 open frames. I don't think I've ever said that about Kyle Troup.
And it looks like a ball change here on this left lane for Kyle.
Now, he was discussing it during the commercial break, and he makes the move. That pays off. Whoa, big time paid off. Hey, he needed that one desperately. Gets the crowd back into it as well.
A little bit inside of his last shot on that one. Actually holds pocket and goes high flush. This guy right here, though, can take care of business with a couple more strikes here in the 7th and 8th frame. Looking for a first strike on the right lane.
Wide of target.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy is right.
Guess what? Gives it right back to Kyle Troup if he doesn't convert the 210.
All right, Dombrowski with an open frame in the 1st. Troup with 2 open frames already.
Get the ball to the left side of the 2-pin, cut it into the 10.
Got a chance.
Gave it a good go.
Yeah.
But an open frame.
It was close. So 2 210s on that right lane for Dombrowski.
Come on.
And Kyle Troup can now max with a 213, 6 more than Dombrowski. Later tonight, the divisional playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax Live over on Fox. Jimmy Garoppolo, the Niners at Lambeau. Aaron Rodgers and the Packers waiting for them. Starts at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. Also available on the Fox Sports app.
Push.
Oh, how about that messenger? Eliminates the 10 in the 7-10 conversation.
Can anybody go into Lambeau and beat Aaron Rodgers?
I don't think any.
Does anybody really care to go into Lambeau? And
I think
January?
Brady and the Bucks would relish
Brady.
it. That's
yeah, he would.
It. I like the confidence there in Dombrowski. He rifles it towards the 7. He knows what the result's going to be. Walks away from it. But now his number is starting to shrink. He can only max at a 197. So as much trouble as Kyle Troup was in after that open frame in the 6th, he got a strike in the 7th and then trouble from Dombrowski. Open frame and a spare. So advantage Troup right now.
Big shot here, Rob.
At right lane, still can't figure it out. Spare, open frame, and potentially another spare on that right lane for Troop.
When was the last time you watched a match where neither player struck on that one lane?
Right? I'll take never.
Yeah.
I'll take never for $1 million. and listen, that goes to tell you just how hard this is. Right, this is the best in the world, scratching their head, trying to figure this one out, making ball changes. And it's not like the left has been a comfort zone by any stretch. So 2 strikes for Troop this match. Both have come here on this left lane.
Oh boy.
Double wood.
Yeah, and the other bad news for Kyle is he has to finish on the right lane. And I think that we need to bring up a point that a lot of folks, I think, would probably feel like the right lane would be a little easier because it's shorter. But in talking with the players, they actually liked the little longer pattern. They felt like they had a little bit easier path to the pocket.
Again, 2 different oil patterns. Snuck that one in. I mean, snuck that one in. Oh, this one has got survive and advance written all over it.
It really does.
You know, and if you're Bill O'Neill, the 3 seed, waiting in the wings, I don't know what you're thinking right now, right? Like, yeah, you're probably thinking, can I get out there immediately and start throwing some rocks so I can figure this one out?
Is there a way that I could buy a couple extra practice shots?
Right.
Ball change here for Dombrowski.
Let's see how it works.
Oh boy. They worked pretty good.
Yeah. I'm sorry, did you say oh boy?
Oh boy. Yeah, it looked really good going down the lane.
I didn't know if that was an oh boy good or an oh boy bad.
Oh no, it was an oh boy good.
All right.
He moved in a little bit and shaped it a little bit more. Moved about 3 boards to the left, according to Strike Track, and I don't know if you knew it or not, but he moved 3 boards to the left. Strike Track is kind of an amazing piece of equipment, isn't it?
They don't miss anything. Dombrowski on the left.
Yep. All right. Great game.
One more shot.
Well, that was the big one there that he needed, and now Kyle Troop, although he hasn't struck yet on that right lane, Kyle can throw a couple strikes and good count in the 10th frame and advance to take on O'Neill.
This one has been a battle. Oh, that was smooth. Gets all 10 to go. 177 in the books.
177 for Dombrowski.
Troop had the choice of which lane to finish on, and he did pick the right lane, and might like that decision back. Only 2 strikes this game for your player of the year. Both have come on the left lane. The right lane has been 9 spare, 9 spare, open frame, 9 spare. There's your strike when it matters.
You know what they would say here in Texas? That was Purdy.
Purdy?
That was Purdy.
I wasn't sure where you were going with that one. That was Purdy. He needed a Purdy shot, particularly on that right lane.
That's Purdy. Yeah. You want to talk about surviving? One more of those, and Kyle Troop's going to survive.
Striking 7 for the win.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Dombrowski advances.
See it right there. Left the target. He knew it.
Spares, kids. Make the spares.
Yep, good advice.
Love you guys.
And that's it. Kyle Troop, your defending champ, goes down.
Good luck.
177 to 171. A bit of a rock fight here in our first match from the East region. But your 5 seed, Patrick Dombrowski, moves past the Player of the Year, Kyle Troop. So up next, the future Hall of Famer, the real deal, Bill O'Neill, waiting in the wings. Plus, we're going to honor one of the game's greatest who left us far too soon. Flashback to 1984, the late, great Mark Roth. He won 2 majors that year, the U.S. Open and this event, the PBA Players Championship. But late November of last year, Mark Roth left us and left a huge void, Randy, in the bowling community.
Yeah. God, there's just so much to say about Mark Roth. I mean, his accomplishments were unmatched. And think about a couple of just quick stats. He cashed in 56 straight events and then missed the next event. He missed cashing by 1 pin and then went on to cash in the next 17. And in the 77, 78, 79 seasons, he bowled for the title 33 times.
What did he mean to bowling?
Well, he was the inventor of the power game. He was the father of the power game. And I think the other thing that I remember most about Mark and competing against him and being around him on the lanes, he was the most intense player next to Earl Anthony. I don't think there was anybody else that could even come close to those 2 players. Off the lanes, Mark was like a little kid. One of his favorite things were buses. He loved buses. He was just such a unique guy and a great guy, and I got to tell you, it was a sad day.
Yeah, it was a sad day for all of us. A tremendous loss to the bowling community.
Yeah.
Mark Roth, rest in peace. Rest in peace, my friend. As we take an updated look at the Stepladder final, an upset in our first match here in the calendar year. Your 5 seed, Patrick Dombrowski, 6 better than Kyle Troop. So Dombrowski moves on. Up next, he'll take on 3 seed Bill O'Neill. So Kyle Troop's day on the lanes is done. He was in a position, though, Randy, to win it here in the 10th.
Well, and I think a lot of people are going to question the fact of why Kyle chose to finish on the right lane. And obviously, he had a good look in practice. But I think the one thing that's very interesting is that both players combined only missed the pocket 4 times, and the high game was 177.
Yep. Kyle standing by with Kimberly.
Thanks, guys. Kyle, that was a disappointing loss for you. I saw it written all over your face, but you decided to end on that right lane, and nobody struck until you did, but you needed 2 at the very end. Why did you decide to go with that right lane?
Just felt like, I had confidence in the urethane ball that I was using, but it didn't quite work out so well, but I gave myself a chance in the 10th. I did make a ball change, believed in myself that I could throw the double. But at the end of the day, you got to make your spares, kids. My dad always said, strikes are for show, spares make the dough.
That's absolutely true. How difficult is this double pattern?
Definitely faces a pretty big challenge for us, especially 39 feet and 45 feet, throwing different equipment, different angles, but I feel like the lanes are probably going to break down and maybe get some little higher scores, some more strikes, so these fans can make a little more noise for us here.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Well, I said it was a rock fight. You're like, Rob, that wasn't a rock fight.
It was a dirt clod fight, man. It was dirty.
I mean, when's the last time we've seen a game at this level where both players are under 200 as well?
Right. And I mean, we're used to seeing big scores. I know the fans love to see big scores. We love to see 300 games. But, you throw one of these slugfests in every now and again where it gets really ugly and real dirty, it's kind of fun to watch.
Kicking some dirt on poor Kyle Troop over there. It's no way to treat your reigning player of the year, right? Coming out of the gates with a 171.
Yeah.
All right.
And he started so nice, too. You said that's the way to start.
This is what we do. And then it was what? Not until the 7th frame, he got another strike. All right, so Kyle Troop is done, but we still got another, potential Hall of Famer waiting in the wings, your 3 seed, the real deal. Bill O'Neill is coming your way right next. And we want to take a look at the Kia playoff points list right now. There's your current standings through qualifying here of the Players' Championship presented by Snickers. Players are going to earn points throughout the season. As you know, the top 16 will advance to compete in the Kia PBA playoffs, which start in April. All right, so match number 2 from the East region coming your way next. And it's the guy who's sitting there in 11th place right there, Bill O'Neill, who is your 3 seed. And he's warming up right there as that ball zips right by the bottom part of the Kia playoff points list. So Bill O'Neill will continue his pursuit of his 2nd Players' Championship in 3 years when our live coverage here on FS1 of the PBA returns. Welcome back to FS1's live coverage of the 2022 PBA Players' Championship. It's the East Region Finals, and you are looking live at your 5 seed, Patrick Dombrowski, who just took care of last year's Player of the Year, Kyle Troop, 177 to 171. 5 strikes in that match for Dombrowski, but no pairs.
Yeah, no, you're right. And notice how Dombrowski's going to start this match against O'Neill, which means he'll finish on the right lane, and it was O'Neill's choice.
Messenger! Yeah! First Messenger delivery of the year. Well, Bill O'Neill watched the first match like we did and said, I'm going to make it tough on my competitor. You finish on the right.
Head pin goes to the sidewall and comes back for seconds.
Rolling out of AMF Bristol, Pike, and Croydon, Pennsylvania, the 2020 PBA Players Champion, Bill O'Neill.
Always good to see William.
Take a look at his arsenal.
Starting on that right lane, which was difficult for everybody last match, but Bill gets a strike there.
Using Obsession Tour on the right lane. Let's see what he uses on the left lane.
Asked him about how last year went for him. He's like, I bowled okay. You know, close in a lot of events, a few missteps here and there. It was more the mental side, you know, that he had the issues with, you know, trying to focus on every shot. Asked him about this year. No real goals, just kind of knows that if I can compete like he did in Richmond during qualifying, he's going to be in good position week in and week out.
And completely different ball in that left lane.
Same result, though. Back-to-back jacks for Billy O.
Power torque on the left lane for O'Neill. And you can see how much different the two patterns play, Rob. Much deeper on that left lane because it's a longer pattern. Longer pattern means less friction.
Have you ever been consulted about naming balls?
Yeah, but they never used any of it. I had a great idea for like a really strong hooking bowling ball,
right?
And make it black and call it black tar.
Oh,
yeah. I thought that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, maybe not so much on some of the mean streets out there. Black tar is.
Oh, because it.
Yeah.
No, I meant more of like the road surface.
Yeah, no, I got that.
Okay. Dombrowski using Electrify Solid on the right lane, and it looks like an IQ Tour on the left.
Hey, Randy, real quick, can I get a fact check here? Have we had 5 shots and 5 strikes?
I don't know. I can't see this. Now I can. Yeah, we have. Isn't that crazy how last game it was all 9s, and now it's all strikes?
Another strike. We had 8 total strikes last match.
You want to know what makes this game so great, but also so difficult is the position of these players and how they get. Look at the direction. So you've got his right or his slide leg going that way. Then you've got his left leg going that way. The follow through and arm is going this way, and then he has to rotate his hand around the side of the ball without falling down.
I just wanted to see if you could get one more arrow in there.
Oh, I could have.
Let's do it. You can set a new record. Again, Billy won this tournament 2020. Last year, he advanced to the Eastern Region Final.
Oh.
Here's our first non-strike, and this is about to be your first open frame of the second match, but could not compete in that East Region Final due to an illness. Well, after 6 straight strikes to start off match 2, we've got a challenging spare conversion here.
4-6.
Open frame.
O'Neal 6 boards deeper on the left lane than the right, but unfortunately missed too far in and paid for it. Good looking shot there. Yes, sir.
There you go,
What a
Rapstone.
start, huh? You know what that is, Randy?
What, Rob?
It's a 4-bagger.
Are you sure?
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm being told it's a ham bone. It's a ham bone. Can you hear the music in the background?
Can.
Do you know who sang that song? Who created that song? Who
No.
crafted that song?
Did you have anything to do with that?
U.S. Soccer Hall of Famer, Alexi Lawless.
No way.
100%.
Look
I'm
out.
serious. Yeah, another one! Yahtzee drops the nickel. Oh, you know what's coming up next for Dombrowski, don't you? I get a sponsor read for the first time in my career that I'm really excited about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming up on the other side
I
of the break.
can't wait for you to do the read, too. And it'll be coming back, or you'll be doing it coming back
Yes,
on the
sir.
other side, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Very excited about this. All right, Bill O'Neal started with 3 straight strikes, open frame in the 4th. Here he is in the 5th.
Got a hook.
Asks for the hook, doesn't quite get enough.
And again, look at the targeting down lane right there, folks. And you heard him say hook right when it got about halfway down the lane. He knew it. Bill O'Neal, one of our stars out here that's also an excellent spare shooter. And you have to be at this level. You saw what happened to Kyle Troop the last game that cost him. He makes one of those spares that he missed, and he wins.
What did he say Dad would tell him? Strikes make the show, spares make the dough. O'Neal to start the 6th.
Oh, boy. Avoided disaster there. You look at the blue and red line, that looks like it should have been okay. Hang on. We're being told that he may have struck. I'm not sure if the machine hit it or not. Watch this.
Oh, the messenger got it.
That is a strike.
The messenger got it.
That is a strike.
That was a strike?
That is a strike. Is that crazy?
Waiting for the respot.
That is the stealthest messenger
Right?
I have ever seen in my life. Oh my goodness, Dombrowski, O'Neal in a fun one. More from the PBA Players Championship from Texas next. Bill O'Neal with your satisfying moment of the match, brought to you by Snickers. Nothing satisfies like a Snickers. This was a delayed satisfaction. We didn't see it live. Bill O'Neill didn't see it live, but our cameras caught it. The little clip of the 10 and Bill. Wait, was that a strike? Was that? It was? Because when we saw Bill, what was he doing? He was scratching his head.
Yeah.
Walking away and muttering. And then it's like, wait a second, that changes everything.
Yeah, I think he thought when he looked back at the pin deck, the 10 pin was gone. He thought they were waiting to respot it. And then we heard from the production truck that, hey, guys, we think this struck.
Crazy.
As long as the rack doesn't hit the pin on the way down, it's good, and it didn't.
All right, you know what's coming up now?
Yeah.
Yes. If Mr. Dombrowski strikes on this next shot, he's going to win the $1,000 Pabst six-pack sponsored by our great friends at Pabst Blue Ribbon. If he doesn't strike, we're going to add $500 to the jackpot. Keep building it until someone does cash it in. PBA Tour and Pabst Blue Ribbon of Milwaukee, Wisconsin remind you to please drink responsibly. But I'm telling you what, I'm ready to crack open a six-pack.
That's gotta get up.
Crack open that six-pack! Give that man 1K. Thank you, Pabst Blue Ribbon. By the way, how good to have Pabst Blue Ribbon. I know they've been around for a little bit, but this is my first show with PBR.
Yeah.
Man, what a great sponsor.
It's so great to have a beer sponsor back in bowling and on the PBA Tour. It's been so long, and big ups, big thanks to Pabst Blue Ribbon. Oh, pretty good shot there for 6. Can I also say something? I get satisfied just thinking of a Snickers bar.
Right?
Is that wrong?
Right.
No, I'm dead serious. I'm like, if I just think of a Snickers bar, it's like,
Yeah, I was a little hangry yesterday. I was like, I need one. Even if it was like one of those little minis that they throw your way during Halloween.
Yeah.
That's 2.
Yeah, I'm good with a mini.
Right?
That'll hold me over for a bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. So Dombrowski, your 5 seed, sits down after that spare in the 7th. Bill O'Neill's got quite a hole to dig out of, but he is working on a strike. He's got 4 strikes. Started with the first 3 and then had an open frame. 9 spare, and then that strike there in the 6th. He is on that right lane.
Better shot.
Yeah. Better result. So he needs to start stringing these together.
Yeah.
Big time. That open frame in the 4th. That one circled.
Yeah, this is a beauty here by O'Neill. But he has to do a lot more of that, like you said, to get back into this. One more, and he could cut the deficit to 23.
Again, we asked him, hey, any big changes coming into the season? Said, not really, just more being strong mentally. Believe in my pre-shot routine. Back in Richmond during qualifying, only 2 of the 28 games for him were under 200. So he kept that constant high level of success going throughout. He did not like this one. Walked away from it for good reason.
Yeah, big left pull. He did make a significant grip change over the summer where he changed the pitches in his thumb, lengthened the ring finger in terms of his span to try to get his hand in a better spot at release, to try to roll it more. But that's really the only change that he's made, and that's not a huge change, just a little bit direction and some length.
Head on over to PBA.com right after the show. Subscribe to the PBA YouTube channel for the PBA post-show, where we'll have interviews, highlights, analysis, and a complete wrap-up of tonight's action. That is something brand new this year over on PBA.com, the PBA post-show.
Oh, geez, that's gotta hook a lot.
Uh-oh.
Slow down.
Wow.
Slow down.
Look at that, how far that was right of target. And that might be him getting a little jacked up.
Yeah.
Because he knows he's got O'Neill right where he wants him and inching closer and closer.
Dombrowski has been on the tour since 2001, but has only made 1 show before tonight's, and he won it 2016. Hooks that one in nicely.
31, foundation frame. My math was off. I'm sorry, Randy. You're giving me that look, and I'm like, yes. As soon as I said it, I was like, I know that's not right.
Nope.
I'm trying to give Dombrowski a title he doesn't have.
He finished 4th.
Yes.
You were close.
Yeah.
Hey, I said
First, 4th.
I said it was 2021, and it's actually 2022. So
Don't get caught up in the details.
yeah. It's all right. Sean Rash reminded me what year it was on my phone.
Did he?
Yeah.
You can count on Sean for things like that, right? Hey, you screwed this up.
He's like, hey, it's
it's
2022. And I'm like, yeah, I know.
Sean Rash. Oh, man. Hold on. I'm going to do something for Sean Rash real quick. Crinkling a water bottle over here.
So good to have you back.
Yeah. O'Neal down 31. Come on, pins. Not working for him.
Well, just a little sensitive, and you have to be so precise on these 2 patterns today.
And he missed it. I mean,
Oh, it's already over. Relax.
I'm not going to relax, Bill. You're my boy. I want to see you knock everything down.
Don't laugh at me, Randy.
I was actually laughing at Rob.
Oh, my gosh. I have so much fun covering the tour. Such beautiful people.
And they love having you, that's for sure.
There you go,
Shot
Billy.
there.
There you go, Billy.
Billy, look up here. It was him. It was him. It was him.
He doesn't want to look at anything.
He won't
right
look at.
now.
He won't look at us.
He wants no part of anything.
No.
He is going to be on a transportation device tomorrow to get himself back to PA, back to his beautiful family.
Yeah.
So Troop, the reigning winner of this tournament.
Yeah.
O'Neal.
Yeah.
Won it in 2020.
Yeah.
Both already eliminated as
Yeah.
the 5 seed.
Yeah.
Dombrowski, just missed in the messenger.
Short
He's going to
pin.
be moving on again. And we mentioned, he's been on the show since 01. Has been on the tour since 01. Has only made TV 1 time prior to this, and that was back in 2016. Did make a rep change this year. Moved over to Storm this year. Felt really good about things, making better shots down in Richmond. Got some great advice from Ryan Schaefer. Things are working out great for this guy. This is a guy who is a full-time accountant. He's a full-time accountant since 2014, but he is racking up some numbers and might be racking up some big paydays.
You know what? I'm looking for a new tax man. What do you think?
Can I introduce you to Patrick Dombrowski?
Well, I know Patrick. I think maybe I should talk to him after the show. Of course, he's got to stick around for the next show.
Yep.
Because we're not going anywhere for another couple hours.
Truth. Brandon Runk is your 2 seed in the East. Graham Fa, your 1 seed in the East. The winner to move on to next weekend's championship match.
You know what those last 2 players you just mentioned have in common? They're both southpaws.
Yes. Yep. So we're going to see our first lefties of the season in back-to-back matches.
I don't like. Yeah.
So Kyle Troop, gone. Bill O'Neal,
I like that ball better.
gone. Graham Fa, your 1 seed, still alive for now. And boy, the story here so far, that guy, the 5 seed from Northeast Ohio. OH! I.O. Patrick Dombrowski.
Good luck, man. Great game.
265, 201. His first match was a rock fight. This one was a rout. Dombrowski moves on to take on Runk.
Who wants to win an autographed Kyle Troop bowling ball?
Coming up later tonight, our coverage of the 2022 PBA Players Championship rolls on. It's the South Region Final. Norm Duke, Tommy Jones. Last time Tommy Jones won, go back to 2020 here in Texas. Remember how he did it?
Shot a 300 game.
300 game.
Wasn't he inducted into the Hall of Fame the night before?
Bingo.
Yeah.
Well, that was awesome. But this is the East Region Finals, and we're down to our last three. And, you know, let's be honest, your two favorites to win it are no longer with us. Kyle Troop's out. Bill O'Neill is out. Rob Stone, Randy Pedersen, Kimberly Pressler here with you. First event of the year. And it's a major PBA Players Championship. Taking a look at your 2-seed Brandon Runk getting his last warm-up shot in. I asked Brandon Runk, you know, hey Brandon, real quick, where are you from? He's like, middle of absolutely nowhere in Pennsylvania, Milton, PA native.
Yeah. Which seat am I in?
40 minutes east of Happy Valley.
I'm starting on the left. Okay.
So he is a Nittany Lion going against a Buckeye.
He rolls out of Imperial Lanes in Milton, Pennsylvania, Brandon Runk.
Just 26 years old, looking for his first tour title. This is his first official year on the PBA Tour. Bowled regionally for about a year, decided to make that leap to the national tour. The person who pushed him into that, we'll have more on that in a moment.
I like it. Can't wait. That's known as a tease, folks.
Yes, sir. Your first southpaw of the year, Brandon Runk. First shot on TV. Atta boy, that's how you do it. That's how you do it.
Beautiful release, great style for that young man there. Let's not forget that you don't get to this place in this position if you can't bowl. This Brandon Runk was the 2021 Rookie of the Year in the Eastern Region.
Takes a seat. Dombrowski. So Dombrowski had 5 strikes total in his first match. Doubled it against Bill O'Neill with 10. Started with the first 6, closed out with the last 4.
Yeah, so game 1, he was 5 of 11. Game 2, he was 10 of 12.
Figured something out in
That's
between
not bad.
games, huh?
Yeah. And he got real comfortable.
And he's got a new client in his accounting profession, you.
And he doesn't even know it yet.
Right. Hey, back-to-back jacks.
What do you mean I can't deduct that?
Right. The receipts these accountants must get, right? What
are you talking about?
What did you buy at the sporting goods store? That has nothing to do with your taxes.
Listen, those golf balls, that's entertainment.
Right.
Especially when I hit them in the water.
Oh, my gosh. My food bills, if I could just write that off, I'd be all right. Runk in his TV debut, already 1 strike. Let's make it 2. Uh-oh. Okay. Uh-oh to okay, just like that.
And who doesn't like a little M&M in the background? You know, I think this is one of the beauties of this event, right? We talked about it so many times, but you get your superstars, your Hall of Famers, and then you get these young guys that nobody's ever seen or heard of before, and they come out and they light it up. And right now, Runk doing it early on.
So 25 bowlers have advanced here to the Players' Championship, representing the 5 regions. Again, we have 4 hours tonight.
Right.
4 hours tomorrow.
Yep.
2 more hours coming your way Monday. But the breakdown of those players is fascinating.
Yep.
Nothing but strikes so far for both competitors. Runk leads the 7. So we have 15 PBA Tour champions, 11 major champions, 2 Hall of Famers, both on our show later tonight, 5 Rookies of the Year, 6 Players of the Year, 4 players who've won this tournament before, and then a stack of guys who are, let's be honest, new to television.
Yep.
Have a big goose egg next to them as far as tour title wins. And this is one of them.
He's got a beautiful game.
Sure does. Dombrowski, 6 pins better than Kyle Troop in our first match, and then took care of Bill O'Neill by 64 pins in our last match. Push. He's got 3 in a row here. Remember, he cracked open that Pabst Blue Ribbon 6-pack in our last game. He's got himself in position to get another little ham bone here to open things up.
I thought you said that was a 4-bagger when you got 4 in a row. That's what you said, like, last game.
Sometimes I channel my inner Walter Ray Williams Jr. Wide of target, so the strike run ends for Dombrowski. There will be no 6-pack opened here.
Come on.
But I am told there could be a beer frame.
Yeah, absolutely.
These are additions to the PBA Tour that I am 10,000% in favor of. Nobody asked me, but I'm all in favor of a beer frame and a 6-pack reward. By the way,
I'm listening.
does PBR, do they have your home address yet?
No, sir.
No, they don't have mine either. We'll have to change that.
Yeah, I have a big industrial-sized cooler at home.
Right. And I've got friends. Oh, man. Here we go. Runk on the right. Off the spare. Yeah. Oh, man. Left at 10, but pins a flying.
That wasn't very friendly. Let's take a look at Runk from profile. Beautiful game. Big, tall guy. Uses his legs, which you have to do in any sport, right, Rob? Beautiful swing. Look at that position here. Hold it right there, boys. Don't move a thing. Look at that line. And then look at how deep that knee bend is.
Trunk and core, baby. And you really see the evolution of bowling. You know, when I talk to my friends in the other sports, there's that stigma of what bowling is.
Yeah.
Right? You know, the guys are firing up the heaters and drinking the beer and they're out of shape and whatever. And I'm like, come watch these dudes. And then come try to do what they're doing.
Right.
And you look at, I mean, this guy cuts a picture here.
Yeah.
Right? Runk has got he's got some veins popping out of that left arm.
And an extremely strong lower body. I mean, this guy, he gets into a great athletic move and an athletic position at the bottom of the swing. Just a little bit slower ball speed on the left lane for Runk, and that's because of the longer pattern. He's labeled every shot. It's pretty impressive for your first time on television.
All right, the beer frame, Randy, it's here, and it's sponsored by, you know it, Pabst Blue Ribbon of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Grab a Pabst today, and please drink responsibly.
I mean, if you don't like a beer frame, you just don't like anything.
You're not an American.
You're not an
I'll tell you
American.
that.
Yeah. You're un-American.
Get out of my country if you don't like beer frames.
You're un-American.
Yeah, I'm going to deport you right now if you don't like beer frames. When I run for office, that's number one. Beer frames for everybody. I'll figure out healthcare later, but beer frames for everybody. Back to Dombrowski again. Your 5 seed took care of O'Neill, took care of Troop, trying to drop the rookie Runk. Another strike for the vet. 43 years young from Parma, Ohio. Still in search of his first PBA Tour title. But coming up, do you know who Brandon Runk's future brother-in-law is, Randy?
You're going to tell me when we come back from the break.
And it's one of my favorite humans ever. The on-lane graphics you're seeing tonight, including the ball tracer, courtesy of our great friends at Clutch Bowling. Brandon Runk, first time on TV. Having a good game here with your 5 seed Dombrowski. Kimberly, Mr. Runk is, how do I put it? Let's see, he might be entering a certain family very soon.
Yes, he absolutely is. And I'm going to tell you a little story about his fiance right now, because Brandon has been pro for a year now, but this is the first national tournament that he's entered. And when we asked him that, like, why is that? He said, I didn't trust myself and I didn't know if I was good enough. However, his fiance, Alexis Nair, who you know his brother very much, and I'm sure you're going to give us some details on that. Now, she's a professional bowler on the women's tour and had no doubt of his talent, so much so that she paid his entry into this tournament and told Brandon to just go for it. And he did just that, securing his first ever national television appearance here today.
There's Alexis, bowls on the PWBA. She looks like, God, Randy, who is it? She looks like somebody I know.
It's right on the tip of my
characteristics and
It's right.
and some
right on the tip of my tongue.
What color hair does she have? That looks kind
It's
of reddish.
kind of reddish, yeah.
Kind of red hair. There's somebody she reminds me of.
Man.
Who is it?
Well, think about it.
All right.
And we'll get back to it after the shot.
All right, Runk. Looking to drop a triple here in the 7th.
Man, another good shot.
Come on, 7-pin.
Another good shot.
All right, so again, Alexis reminds me of somebody. That name. Well, her dad. Her dad bowled.
Her dad, I think her dad bowled back in the day or something like that.
It's somebody else in her family.
Yeah. Wait.
I'm waiting.
Hang on.
Is this it?
Yeah, I think this is it.
Come on, kid, do it. He did it! He got the 7-10, Randy! He did it! The ginger assassin just dropped the 7-10! You bet, kid! You bet! It's our boy Anthony!
There she goes.
Anthony!
She's looking up here at the booth going,
Oh,
okay.
my goodness. Hi, Alexis. How are you? Look at that smile.
yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, the mutant gene is having quite a run.
Yeah.
I mean, the mutant gene of Anthony, the mutant gene of Alexis, the mutant gene of my boy, Alexi Lawless, the mutant gene, I'm going deep with you. Josh Sargent, U.S. International, 2 goals yesterday for Norwich. The mutant gene is alive and well this weekend. Dombrowski leaves the 10. I don't think a messenger's going to get there with enough gusto, and just missed it.
Just a little flat down lane. When that ball entered the pocket, it went from weighing 15 pounds to about 12.
Can we go back to Anthony Nair real quick?
Well, let's not forget Dad Andy Nair.
Right. Well, that
was a
trying
PBA
to,
champion.
I was trying to set you with that one.
Okay.
Dombrowski drops that one barely. Nair finished 35th in the East Regional, and
which is surprising. And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Your 1 and 2 seeds are both southpaws.
Yeah.
And Anthony Nair is really good.
Yeah. But by the way, though, the East, I think it's fair to say of all the 5 brackets, it is the biggest, right? It gets the most competitors coming in. So already your work is, it's heavy lifting right there. Dombrowski with another strike right there. Dombrowski's really been solid. Again, we mentioned a rock fight in game number 1, 177 to 171, and then he really opened it up, felt himself with a 265 last game, and this one kind of, I think, a little bit in between the two of those. But again, no open frames yet for Dombrowski, and we've seen far too many open frames today so far. This is big for Runk in the 8th. Oh, so smooth. Beautiful shot.
I mean, I think he's pure at every shot.
Yeah. Bring on the Runk. He is, do you see him? He was mouthing the words to the song.
He's lip syncing the words, man.
I love that comfort level.
And that just tells me that he's in a good spot mentally and with his concentration, right? He's just kind of locked in and he's just going through the motions. Steps up, looks to see where he puts his feet, looks at his target, doesn't overthink it, doesn't think at all, just goes.
Yeah, we talked to him this week, and it was kind of a quiet, subdued, hey, what will success be? I don't know, a couple cashes here, not a lot of expectations, but he looks like a guy who's comfort on this level right now. But what just happened here?
Well, something just didn't feel right, so he's just going to regroup, tighten his thumb in. Can I tell you the text that I just got from Tom Doherty? Oh,
Who?
great. Tom Doherty.
One more time?
Stop it. Tom Doherty sent me a text. He goes, oh, great. Just what we need, another good lefty.
Yeah, right. Hi, Tom. How are you, buddy? Runk, foundation frame ninth off a strike. Gets another one.
Wow. I'm impressed, man, honestly. I've seen a lot of great bowlers over the years, and this guy throws it really good.
It's interesting, 6 strikes, all of them pairs. A pair in the first and second, pair in the 5th and 6th, a pair in the 8th and 9th.
Yeah, but I mean, he's labeled every shot. He hasn't missed the pocket. Couple 7 pins, a 10 pin, and he's just aced every shot. First time ever on television.
Impressive. So has been the rolling tonight of Dombrowski. He shows up big time in the 9th. 2 in a row for him as well.
Yeah, sorry, Rob. He's going to take a re-rack on this left lane. He's going to finish first, and so he's going to take as much time as he wants. And that's that re-rack here in the 10th frame. Don't be surprised if he strikes, he takes another one, and makes young Mr. Runk sit on the bench as long as possible. Patrick is impressed. You know, he's like you said, he survived game 1 against Troop, and then he just really put boots to Bill O'Neill. And right now, he's got a max score of, I believe, 258. Yeah, 258. He doubles in the 10th frame. He shuts out Runk.
Oh, and kick in the 7. One more strike and he moves on.
Kick saving a beauty on the 7, Rob. Watch this. And, oh. For the win.
Yes, got it! He moves on to your East Region title match. What a show from your 5 seed so far.
All right, one more. Come on.
Wow, what a run.
I just want to wrap up Brandon Runk here real quick. I want to see this kid out here more. I think he's got a real good future, and I'm so proud of his fiancee, Alexis Nyers, for believing in him and saying, get out there, honey. You can do this. She ponied up the cash. She pushed him to get into this tournament. There's Alexis. He had a heck of a run today, and he's got a great future. I want to see him. I want to see his future brother-in-law, the Ginger Assassin, Anthony, out here on TV more. A strong finish here for Runk. That's 4 in a row. He'll have one more shot. Obviously too little too late for him. His first national event as a member. He makes his first show, but he exits in the semis. Dombrowski moves on, your East Region winner to be determined next. Graham Fa, one title. It was a major, and it came in 2016, the Players' Championship in Columbus, Ohio, as he dropped Ryan Simonelli to win his first and only piece of PBA hardware. Oh, no. What? Oh, is that Barbasol, right? That was the shaving cream thing. All right.
I don't know. I don't shave.
I do about once a month. Fa wrapping up his warm-ups. I'm curious if you're Graham Fa, Randy, what do What are you taking away from these matches that you saw? You know, rock fight in the first one, and then some pretty good scoring from Dombrowski in the second, and frankly, same in the third match as well.
He's looking at exactly what Brandon Runk did, and he's going to try to mimic that exact same motion. And according to Strike Track, Brandon Runk bowled one of the most accurate games we've seen in a long time.
Really?
Yeah. And so Graham knows exactly where to play. Now he has to execute.
If I go to the purple, I don't know. I gotta go with the black. I'll try to see more speed.
Bowling out of Southwest Bowl in Urbana, Ohio, the 2016 PBA Players Champion is Graham Faw.
Originally from Ontario, Canada. Bowled 4 years collegiately in Urbana at Urbana University. Second team All-American in 2015, a 3-time member of Team Canada. As you take a look at his arsenal, and he is up and he is ready to roll. The winner to move on to next weekend's championship show. Great start for Fa.
Spare ball. Spare ball.
30-year-old, 7th year on the tour. Takes a seat, 5 seat, Dombrowski.
All right, so can I ask you a question? Is it just me?
Pressure's off now.
Or does Brandon Runk and Graham Faw look like they could be related?
Yeah, I'll buy that. Well, lefties, similar profiles. Spares make the dough. Dombrowski completes the spare there in the first. Uninterrupted East Region final right now. Still about 2+ hours of live bowling to go.
The winner moves on to next week's final.
Yeah, South Region coming up at the top of the hour.
Push.
And got the push.
Well, you know, that longer pattern on that left lane actually helps the ball do that.
So your 1 seed Fa. It's been on tour since 2016. Strong start, real strong start from the lefty.
Let's take a look at this beautiful game of Graham Faw. Look at that open hand at the top of the swing. Freeze it right there, guys. Great job in the truck. Thank you. And then the great athleticism at the foul line.
Messenger, down goes the 7. I love it.
Head pin sidewall comes across, creams the 7.
The head pin was walking on its hands for a while.
It's doing a little handstand.
Yeah. It's a good messenger there. Spare strike, and now potentially another 9 spare for Dombrowski, your 5 seed.
And again, the flat 10 for Patrick on that right lane. And this is when the fingertip grip starts to become a little more conventional, when your opponent jumps off to a quick lead, 3 in a row, and you go spare, strike, flat 10. That's when you start to squeeze a little bit.
Yeah. And you see the struggles there in match 1. Just 5 strikes, doubled it in match 2, and it really kept that momentum going in his win over Runk. And here he is in the East Region title match.
Nope.
Gets this. This will be his 3rd 9 spare in the first 4 frames. takes care of that one. So he takes a seat. Up comes your 1 seed, Graham Fa. And Graham Fa, a lot of changes have been going on in his game lately. Changed ball makers, went over to Brunswick, said it really helps his aggressiveness. But the biggest change came late October. Had a son, Skyler. Said the purpose of bowling right now, much bigger than myself. Nice. It's another strike, an opening ham bone for Graham Fa. Skyler, if Skyler's still up, I don't know if it's nap time, bath time for Skyler, but Skyler there he is.
Nice.
Watching with Jennifer back home. He's got the little bowling shirt. Look at that smile.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Skyler, my goodness.
Adorable.
Oh, what a great picture. What a great picture. Talking to Graham about that, he said Skyler hasn't yet been inside a bowling center, but you know he wants his son to see my face on TV, see what I do. And right now he's doing a whole lot of striking and opening 5 to start this East Region Championship match. And well, we're going to be hearing from our friends at PBR in just a moment, aren't we?
You know, it's really fascinated me on this first telecast of this afternoon's action is how good Runk and Graham Fa have looked. Shots. It's not like these guys make TV every other week.
These are not names you and I are fluent in, so to speak. Yeah.
And I mean, they've aced every shot. I mean, I think one shot went light for Fa, and he carried it, had the messenger. Runk labeled every ball.
We were talking to some of the vets this week leading into this tournament, and a couple of them mentioned, like, there's this next tier of talent that is knocking on the door. Strike here for Dombrowski. This next tier of talent that is right there and has showed up.
Yeah.
And you're going to see them through the course of the next 3 nights of live coverage here on FS1, and this is one of them, Graham Fa. All right, so if Fa strikes here on this shot, he'll win the $1,000 Pabst 6-pack sponsored by Pabst Blue Ribbon. If he doesn't, we're going to add $500 to the kitty. Keep building that until someone cashes in. PBA Tour and Pabst Blue Ribbon of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Remind you to please drink responsibly. Come on, I wanted a 6-pack. I'm all right with a 5-pack, but those are better in 6s.
That was not even fair. Man, did you see how fast that messenger came ripping across? You would have thought that the vortex just created by the speed of that pin coming across would have sucked the 7 off.
So that money is going to move on to our next 6-pack opportunity. So he didn't get the Pabst Blue Ribbon 6-pack, but we're going to give him the spare of the game, brought to you by Guaranteed Rate. If you believe it, you can do it. Guaranteed Rate. Believe you will. Lead is at 30. We go to the 7th.
I mean, Rob, he hasn't even broke a sweat. Like typically the first time, long time, it's game 1 of the East Region title. I mean, you'd be sweating like you had malaria, and nothing, not a drop. I mean, and you know, Patrick as well. I mean, he just looks so calm and so collected throughout.
Push.
Right through the nose. Leaves 6-10.
That looked like a ball change, and that ball really changed direction for Patrick Dombrowski, and he's running out of frames, unfortunately.
Cleans that one up. Randy, have you been seeing these promos for Fox, the NASCAR Clash at the Coliseum, February 6th? A storied venue that's seen everything, including my boys Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart. Well, it's never seen anything like this. The NASCAR comes to the Los Angeles Coliseum. Very first Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum, Sunday, February 6th, only on Fox.
I have been seeing that. You want to know somebody that I've seen at the Coliseum?
Come on, 7. Who?
Gotta get around it.
Music act? Football?
No. Roman Gabriel.
Wow, you're going deep.
My dad took me to see the Rams at the Coliseum way back when. Roman Gabriel was a quarterback. You're welcome.
All right.
Look out.
Woo! Kick that one in, so Spares have been the story for Dombrowski. Spares in the first, third, fourth, seventh, and eighth. And Guppy Troop will tell you, spares win the dough, but you got to get some strikes in there to get yourself in position, and just not enough strikes right now. Different story for Fa. Messenger! Are you kidding me?
How rude. Well, we saw a little bit of this last year at the Players' Championship when you remember Kelso, Weidman, they climbed the ladder only to get into that last match and get knocked off.
Tank runs dry after a while. 93% of the time on the tour. The 7-pin conversion is taken down.
Okay. So here's Fa getting up on the left lane. You know that the last 3 shots he's thrown on the left lane location have been within a half an inch of each other. The last 3 shots.
A half inch?
Half inch.
Who are the vector heads who are tracing this type of information?
Well, that's Specto and that's Strike Track.
My goodness. Half an inch.
Yep.
Oh, nasty. Angry, surly. Back on the strike train is Fa.
And apparently the urethane that Brandon threw in front of Graham Fa has not affected his ball reaction in any way.
7 strikes here in our championship match for the East region. The winner moves on to next weekend's national championship show.
You're on the last ball.
Well, I like the ball change that he made, but Rob, when he went to that new ball in the right lane, he didn't move far enough left. That time he made an adjustment. It was perfect.
He needed strikes to put some pressure on Fa, and that is not going to do it.
Well, he lost both lanes, so he made a ball change on the right lane, finally found it, and now his ball that he's using on the left lane is hydroplaning.
It was a wonderful run.
Yep.
Good run.
But that run,
that was a great run.
Well, that run is over.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Patrick.
Fantastic run.
This will not be a tour title for Graham Fa, but it puts him in position to win another Players' Championship. Fa, your East Region champ.
And I'll tell you, with the look that he has, if he doesn't get any turbulence in front of him, meaning more left-handers, he's going to be real tough to beat.
That was the trophy. You're not going to see it handed out till next weekend. We got the South Region coming up next here. Top of the hour on FS1. We got 4 more hours Sunday, 2 more hours Monday. Monday is the West Show. Remind me, who's back on the PBA Tour this year?
Some guy from Australia. His name slips my mind.
Jason Del Monte.
That guy
is back, folks. And Graham Fa is back as well. Won this tournament in 2016. Just missed out on Rookie of the Year honors that year. Went to the U.S. Open. And it took a big dip.
Genesis. All my family back home. My wife, kid, I love you guys. I miss you. I'll see you guys soon.
Graham has figured things out. He's got all kinds of new momentum, new reason to bowl, new reason to succeed. Skyler is smiling. Back home, Graham. We're going to hear from your East Region champ in a moment. South Region still to come, but Graham Fa moves on. The PBA on FS1 is sponsored by Guaranteed Rate. Get cash out of your home's equity with a cash-out refi from Guaranteed Rate. Learn more at rate.com.
No.
We are back in Euless, Texas, just outside of Dallas, and you see Graham Fa has moved on as your East Region winner, the PBA Players Championship, presented by Snickers. The finals next Saturday, live here on FS1 at 8:30 Eastern. Fa, your number 1 seed, able to hold off a great run today from your 5 seed, Patrick Dombrowski, and both Patrick and Graham standing by laneside with Kimberly.
Thanks, Rob. So, Patrick, not the way you wanted your day to end, but my goodness, you ran the Stepladder, got into the finals. But let's talk about that first match, because you struggled a bit. You didn't strike on that right lane. So what changed for you in the second match? Because then you just started striking like crazy.
Well, I talked to Sean and Jim about doing a ball change. We hit in 9th frame, and luckily they struck, and I was able to advance.
One of the things you said to us in the pre-interviews was that to be the best, you have to beat the best. And you took out 2 former Players Championship to get here into the finals. So what did you learn about yourself through this process?
Just got to make shots. Jim was telling me to calm down, throw some good shots, and breathe, and that's all I did. And
now, I know you said you're also a weekend warrior. Are we going to see more of you out here? Because you put on a show today.
We'll see. See what happens, see what the schedule goes up, and go from there.
Well, we look forward to seeing you on the rest of the tour.
Thank you.
Graham, congratulations on your win. Now, you told us in pre-interviews that if you were going to away from your son, that you wanted to make shows and put on a great show for him, and you did that here today. This double pattern did not seem like it bothered you at all. Walk us through your match.
I knew I was going to have to put up a big score because Pat was just running through the field today. He was bowling incredible, so I knew that I was going to have to throw 10 really good shots. Unfortunately, I was able to do that enough, and the pins fell my way.
And you watched some of his matches then?
Yes, yeah.
What did you learn from them?
I was trying to look at his ball reaction, which lane was going to give him more trouble. I mean, I couldn't really pick one. To be honest, he was bowling so good. I just picked based off my own ball reaction and was hoping to outscore him.
Now, you won this event in 2016, so what does it mean to you that you're still alive and you have a chance at winning another Players Championship?
I mean, winning's everything, and especially in a major championship. Those things are weighed so heavy, and they're what the pinnacle our sport is. So to win another one would be incredible.
What would you like to say to your wife and your son at home?
Oh, I love and miss you guys. I would not be here without you. Thank you so much. I hope to see you soon.
Congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
What I would do for a live picture of Skylar right now, right? Tell me Skylar's looking at Pops right now with that big, beautiful smile right now. And the story about Graham Fa, really an interesting one. You know, originally from Canada, won this tournament back in 2016, was up for Rookie of the Year honors that year, and then he admitted, like, kind of fell off the bowling cliff, was kind of lost out there, but has found new reasons on a couple different levels. And boy, we saw it. I mean, if you watched him today for the first time, you're saying to yourself, oh, this is a guy who's won, 5-10 titles.
Right. Well, he kind of lost his identity, and he left a manufacturer that's a great company. But, I worked for a great company for a long time, and then I got to a point where I just didn't match up with the equipment anymore. So I jumped ship. I went from Brunswick to Storm. He went from Motive to Brunswick. And now he has, in his mind, he feels that he has equipment that matches his game better. And again, it's no knock to any of those companies. They're all wonderful companies. But it just so happens that maybe sometimes, your game just doesn't fit the way those balls are designed and the way they're manufactured. Graham feels now that he's got a little bit better chance with a better ball reaction. He's got more confidence now. The last 3 tournaments that he's competed in, he's led all 3. He led the RPI, he led here, he wins here.
He made the move to Brunswick. Again, we had our 2 favorites on the show were Bill O'Neill, Kyle Troop. Both of them lost immediately in this one. Does that set any type of tone for them going forward to the season? Or, hey, it was a battle just to get through the East to make this show?
Well, I think it sends a message. I think it sends a message to the Hall of Famers, to the champions, to everybody that nobody's safe.
Yeah.
I mean, Dombrowski, look what he did. He survives a 170 game against Troop, and then there's 260, 250, 250, 240 after getting by that game. Yeah. And then you look at what Runk did, and then how great Graham bowled. Nobody's safe in this event.
I'm sorry, did you say Hall of Famers?
I did.
2? Plural.
I know.
Hall of Famers coming your way, top of the hour.
Yeah.
Right? Does anybody want to write off Norm Duke? Not me, not this guy. We see Norm Duke as the 2 seed and your 1 seed, Tommy Jones. That's coming up at the top of the hour. I mean, this is the Hall of Fame bracket.
Yeah, this is a Hall of Fame bracket, so it's time for a Hall of Famer to step up. Let's go.
Yeah, and DJ Archer there as well. Archer and TJ got a
pretty famous fan in the stands behind us who will be cheering them on. That one coming your way next here on FS1. So the East region has been decided. The South region still to be decided tonight. 2 more shows coming your way tomorrow. 4 more hours tomorrow, but we've still got 2 more hours here on FS1. Graham Fra moves on as your East champion. The South region is coming your way next. It was a great run from Patrick Dombrowski as your 5 seed, took care of reigning player of the year Kyle Troop, and then went through Bill O'Neill and then Brandon Runk, but Graham Fa just a little bit too much in the end. 259, 152 for Fa, got the front 5, got 10 total, and dropped the last 4 en route to the win. So he is your East region winner. He moves on to next weekend. Who will move on from the South? Find out with us next on FS1.